Today on Craft Club for Kids, we're going to make this simple sheep craft. To get started, we are going to need some scissors, a black crayon, marker or pencil crayon, a pencil, some cotton balls, a tracer that is a circle. So you can see here I have a circular tracer, some paper. I have black paper and some white paper and some glue. The first thing we're going to do is grab our black paper. This is going to be the base of our sheep. So if you don't have black, that's okay. Use whatever color you have. And we're going to use our tracer. Now I'm using a lid. You can use whatever tracer you have that is circular. It doesn't have to be this exact size. What you're going to do is put the tracer down and trace around it on your black piece of paper, and then you're going to cut it out. So if your tracer is a little bit bigger or smaller, that's okay. It just means your sheep will be either a little bit bigger or smaller. Once you are done tracing and cutting it out, we are going to put that aside and use our black paper again. Now I want to cut out a little rectangle, so I'm just going to reuse this piece and just trim it a little bit. And I think I'll trim off the edge. So I end up with a rectangle. Now these are going to be the feet. So I'm using black for the feet, a black rectangle. I'm going to fold over once, and I'm going to fold over again. So I've folded over once, I've folded over twice. Now that you've folded it over, you're going to grab your pencil. And because you folded it, there'll be sides that are actually they feel like they're stuck together, and sides that are you're more able to fan out. So see how I can fan those out? That's the part you want to start on with your pencil. You're going to draw a line that goes straight down. You're going to curve around and come back the other way. So down, curve around, and come back the other way. Now these are the legs for your sheep. So you can decide whether you want them thicker, thinner, longer. It's completely up to you. And because I folded twice, I only need to cut once, and I'm going to end up with 4 legs. If that doesn't work for you, remember, just draw one leg, cut it out, draw another leg, cut it out, draw a third leg, cut it out, draw your 4th leg, and cut it out. All you want to make sure is that when you're done, you have 4 legs. And once you have those 4 legs, we are ready to glue them. So I'm going to grab some glue, and I am going to put a little bit of glue on the straight edge, and then I'm going to stick that in behind my circle. So my circle goes on the front, my leg comes in from behind, and then I'm going to evenly space them. So I'm going to do that again, leave a tiny little bit of space, and glue my next leg. And I'm going to continue with my 3rd leg, leaving that same little bit of space in between and gluing it in behind. We'll finish off with our last leg, doing the exact same thing and putting it right underneath. Now that you have your 4 legs, they're evenly spaced, 1, 2, 3, 4, we are going to make the head of our sheep. Now to do that, you're going to use your black piece of paper again, or whatever color you have, and you are going to grab your pencil, and on that black piece of paper, you're going to draw an oval shape. So I'm going to make an oval shape for my head. So I'm just going to go around. You're going to make that oval shape. Once that is on your page, you are going to cut it out. Now you're going to look at whatever size body your sheep is, and you might want a bigger head than I have or a smaller one. It's completely up to you. Just know whatever size you choose for your oval, that is going to be the head of your sheep. There we go. We'll carefully cut that out, and once we have our head, we're going to make some ears. Now to make the ears, I want them the same color, so I want some black paper, and in order to do this, I like to cut off a tiny little piece for myself. So I'm just going to trim off a little square piece of paper because I'm going to be folding it. So I'm going to grab myself a tiny little square, and I'm going to fold it over. So I'm going to fold it over left to right, and I'm going to draw another oval, but it's going to be a smaller oval. So these are going to be the ears. So I'm drawing smaller oval. I've folded it, so I only need to cut once, and I'm going to end up with 2. If that doesn't work for you, that's okay. Just draw one oval, cut it out, draw another oval, and cut it out. What you want when you're done is 2 small ovals for your little ears. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on one end of my oval, and I'm going to slip it in behind the top of my large oval. I want to just tilt it a little bit to the side so the ear is tiny bit tilted. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side so it looks symmetrical. Putting a A little bit of glue on the tip, tilting it a tiny bit, gluing it from behind, and there we go. Our next step is that small white piece of paper we had. I am going to fold it over, grab my pencil, and draw a circle. This is going to be for the eyes. Now remember, I folded it over, I drew my circle, and now I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to end up with two eyes that are the exact same. If it doesn't work for you, then you're going to trace one eye, cut it out, and trace another eye and cut it out. What you want to end up with is two small circles for your eyes. Then you're going to take the glue, put them on the back of each eye, and glue your eyes on. And then you're going to grab your black crayon, pencil crayon, or marker, and you're going to draw a small little circle inside for the pupil. So you're just going to put a little circle on the inside. Just hold down your eye because if you just glued it, it might move a little bit. So just be careful. And now we're ready for the body. The body is the fun part. We are using all those cotton balls. So I like to take my glue and just put a whole bunch all over the front of my sheep. So I just put a whole bunch of glue all in the front, and it just makes gluing down the cotton a little bit easier. Now I have the cotton, I can just stick it on, or I can pull it apart and spread it a little bit. It's completely up to whatever you would like. So I like to spread mine a little bit, but you can just push down on the cotton and glue it right on. Your goal is to make sure that when you are gluing down the cotton, that it covers up the entire circle. So my circle is black, so I want to cover up all of the background of the black circle, so all you can see is the nice white fluffy cotton and you can't see any of the background. You might need to apply more glue if your glue dries out, and that's okay. You'll just grab your glue, put a little bit more on, and then just keep going. And once that is done, you are ready for the final part of your sheep. So exciting. This is going to be very cute. Look at that. You're going to put your head on your sheep. Just take some glue, put it on the back of your little head that you created earlier, and it's going to go right in the middle of your sheep, right on top of that cotton. So right in the middle, right on top of your cotton. And there you have it. You have your simple sheep craft. Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.